If not you, then who? If you've ever said to yourself, I'm not ready, or who am I to do this video is for you. In this video, we're talking about the things we tell ourselves and how what we believe keeps us stuck and from living out our purpose. Let's talk about it. We've all been there, seeing someone that is doing something that resonates with us, and immediately we say to ourselves, I can do that. Never taking anything from the person doing the thing, but there is a connection. Then we pull back with the excuses that we believe are true reasons for us to not pursue the thing, that life that is calling you. We make excuses like, now, if you're a mom, if you are a parent, this is a classic excuse that really tends to make the most sense. My children are too young, or I have too many commitments. I can't possibly put myself and what I want first. I don't have time between work and children. I'm just too busy. And I get that because we wear so many hats that it can seem as if we don't have the time. But here's a thought. If putting your dreams on hold is making you miserable, making you feel unfulfilled, trust me when I tell you, your children and your family will be happy and grateful and better off that you do something that's fulfilling for yourself, just for you, something that brings you satisfaction and joy. That way, you won't be an angry and resentful person. They may not know it yet. You may not even know it yet. But trust me when I tell you, everyone will be better for you doing more of the things that make you happy. Because here's my truth. When I don't get the time to express myself creatively, I'm not a very happy or nice person to be around. That's the truth. And you look around at yourself and you're like, why am I in such a bad mood? And the people around you, your family, your friends, why is she always in such a bad mood? Could be that you're not expressing yourself in a creative way. You're not doing what brings your soul joy. So I need that outlet. I need that creative self-expression like the air I breathe. And chances are you have something that you need to express for your greater good also. And then so the second excuse that we tell ourselves is, I don't have what it takes. I need more experience before I start. No, you don't. You have more. Listen to me. You have more than enough experience for the purpose you've been called to. The purpose that you've been called for. You have more experience than you can ever imagine. This doesn't mean that we couldn't use more knowledge. We should never stop learning. I'm a firm believer that we should never stop learning. That's not what that means. But you have everything you need to start. What I've learned is this. You don't learn more by sitting on the sidelines, gathering more information, gathering more stats and all of the things. You learn more by doing, by actually getting your hands dirty, by actually getting in there, rolling up your sleeves and putting in the work. And the fact that you are feeling the nudge for something more is the only sign you need that proves that you are the person for the job. So when you see someone doing something that resonates with you, that you believe that you can also do, and you immediately have a connection, with this thing that someone else is doing, that's all of the confirmation that you need, proving that you are the right person for the job, because it wouldn't be there if you weren't already equipped. If you weren't already equipped, that wouldn't even resonate with you. That would be so far from your radar that you wouldn't even acknowledge it. But because it's on your radar, you are already well equipped. By the way, I'm Tanya, and I created this channel for myself and any other woman who fears being seen, but is ready to walk in the purpose you've been running from while creating a life you love along the way. What you'll get here are the tools, encouragement, and insights to do exactly that, while gaining the clarity, confidence to be exactly who God created you to be. If that's a journey you're on, welcome. This is your soft place. And so we already know that we learn more by doing instead of gathering more information, because actually the longer you sit on any knowledge and continue to stack more knowledge on top of the other, the more confused you become. At some point, you must put what you know into action, because when you gather all this information, this different information, you forget where to start. You forget what steps you need to take and in what order you need to take these steps. So the sooner you can get started, the sooner the better. Because I don't know about you, I'll get confused real quick if I don't get hands-on experience with what I am learning. And I have to begin to ask myself, girl, are you slow? So get that experience and stop holding up your progress by gathering more information. It's easy for us to believe that because I am getting more information, I am actually doing something about the problem. No, you're just procrastinating. You're just putting off what could be done. Think about your boss at work. Think about this, right? Upper management, the ones with the bright ideas, and they have all of these bright ideas of how work could be, how it should flow if we were to do this, that, and the third. But you and I both know what looks good on paper doesn't always work out as planned. It's all theory until you put it to the test. It's the same with your purpose, your gifts, your calling. It may not make sense to you as long as it's in your head. You can't seem to fathom what it is you're supposed to be doing. You can't fathom it. It just doesn't make sense in your head. You got to work it, not just think it. It's doing you no good all in your head. You got to get what's out of your head out into the atmosphere to actually see it work. It's okay to learn as you go. I often think it's the best way. You learn a little and you do a little. Ever heard of on-the-job training? Here's something I want you to keep in mind. God is not calling you because he believes you're ready. He's calling you because he knows you are equipped, which is a whole different conversation, which I will discuss in another video. And so this last and final excuse that we tell ourselves, and it knocks us right out of the game. You won't even get your toe wet because of this excuse. This excuse keeps you standing still, keeps you stuck more than you can even imagine. Someone else is already doing it, and then they're doing it better. So you think. So we tell ourselves other people are doing it and they're doing it better. In other words, we start to compare. We start to compare ourselves with others. And you know what is said about comparison? Comparison is the thief of joy. And it's true. But in the meantime, why should you even care if they are better? Better compared to who? Keep in mind, they are still not you. They can never be you. And you can never be them. So when we understand that we can never be someone else and they can never be who we are, we can stop with all of this comparison, and don't let anyone else convince you that you need to compare yourself to another person. Remember, it's you against you always, period. It's you against you. You are your own unique person, which is more than enough. We've all heard this at some point, and we hear this, but for some reason, we don't believe it. Because I want you to think about this. We all have a way about ourselves. We have a way of saying things and doing things that brings extra flair to the occasion. We all have something about ourselves, right? That is different. We all have something that is so uniquely different about ourselves that we bring to the table. If we were to just hone in on that and believe that, that would change the way we look at everything. Before this video ends, I want you to put in the comments which one of these lies hit home for you. Which one resonates with you the most? Is it one or is it all three? And if you're ready to get unstuck, click the link in the description for a free download. So, no matter who's already at the table, pull up a chair.